Ho, 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 pimp! Welcome in, everybody. It's day 10 of Bourbisane's Blind Whiskey Advent Calendar. If you're just joining in right now, go back and start at the beginning and watch all these videos right here. We are going to be having a great time today. We've had 9 days so far and 9 mysteries. I didn't know what I was having, and I didn't do too great guessing on some of them. But I'm giving myself some credit. I've had some good days and some bad days, just like any of us bourbon drinkers. But for those of you that are just joining, we are doing 24 days in a row, and at the end of these 24 days, you are going to have a chance to win a bottle. One unopened bottle from my collection behind me, and it's in this bag over here. And all you have to do to have a chance to win this bottle is like this video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and every day at the end of these videos, I'm going to be putting out a question of the day. So go in the comment section and answer that question of the day, and you're going to get an extra entry into that bottle giveaway. As mentioned, it's been kind of a crapshoot for how these go. Blind samples truly do humble you. They open your eyes to things you didn't know you liked or thought you liked that you actually don't. I've already had a couple of those with the day's journey so far. We've actually had 2 world whiskeys show up, which is kind of shocking given that most of my collection is bourbon and rye. So we'll see what we get today. We're on day 10, but let's stop talking. Let's go into day 10, everyone. We got our real first big snow today, and man, it is freezing cold out now. We're officially in it here in Michigan. All right, that's a nice hefty pour there. I like that. Beautiful, beautiful color on this one. It's a nice dark caramel color in my light here. Not too much viscosity. It's kind of thin. That's all right though. That's all right. No problem with that. It looks very appealing, though. Very appetizing. And I'm excited for it. Happy day 10, everyone. Let's go into the nose here. Ooh. Woo! That's got a bit of a punch. Wow. Yeah. It smells pretty pretty hot, I'd say, just on initial nose here. Honestly, quite a bit of alcohol burn, too. I'm going to give this a chance to open up here. I'm thinking this is probably some kind of high-proof whiskey, it seems like, for sure. Or maybe just youthful whiskey, but... Alright, nice brown sugar coming through. That's the first thing I get on this. Almost like a toasted brown sugar you'd find on a dessert. A lot of sweetness, though. There's a lot of cherry in here. And it kind of teeters the edge between, maraschino cherry and, dark, deep, rich cherry. But that brown sugar sweetness really is taking over the nose for me. Getting a whole bunch of that. I'd say toasted oak in there too, along with those toasted notes. It seems like the oak is present. It's kind of like an oak spice, I guess, if you will. Kind of like oak spice tannin. It's pretty astringent though. Ooh, that is pretty strong. Like I said, this seems like it's pretty youthful just on an initial nose. Not a bad nose by any means, but I'm getting a kind of like a cherry licorice alcohol funk that I'm not a huge fan of. So, all right, let's give it a zip here. Give it a chance. Better on the palate. Definitely better on the palate. That alcohol astringency isn't so much there anymore. It's alcohol burn still because I think that proof is pretty elevated. A lot of spice mid-palate I'm getting. Not sure if that's a rye kick that's coming through or if that's just the proof coming through. Yeah, that brown sugar's holding very true, though. Brown sugar, cherry. On palate, it leans more towards a dark cherry versus a maraschino cherry. Both not bad, but kind of that alcohol-y cherry I was describing is kind of showing up on the palate too, almost like a cherry cough drop, which I am not a fan of that at all. When I get that cherry cough drop note, I get that quite often in Maker's Mark products. That just immediately puts me off of the whiskey, and I hate that. Let me know if you guys ever get that cherry cough drop note that I described. I don't think this is Maker's, though, you know. We're going to be getting into the age-proven distillery at the end of this video, but I don't think the flavor profile on the palate, at least, is Maker's so far. Yeah, that cherry cough drop is just coming through for me. Every time I think of that, I think of that cherry licorice, cherry cough drop. And I am not a fan of that. I really am not. I mean, this, I guess, could be a Maker's Mark product. Possibly. I think I have a Maker's Cast Strength and a Maker's 46 open. Maybe a 46 Cast Strength. I'm not getting any kind of finished vibes, though. You know, like no French oak. No French oak vibes. Like the 46 would be, so. A lot of baking spice still coming through on this, though. And there's still a lot of sweetness. You know, the alcohol is high. You can tell the burn is high, but it's still got a layer of sweetness. You know, a layer of sweetness that's pretty good, along with those baking spices. Let's give it one more sip here. It's pretty decent. I mean, it's actually pretty decent. It's getting better. Like, I think as it's had time to open up in the Glen, it's given me a better flavor profile. Definitely sweet. Definitely hot. It could be a wide variety of stuff, and I just still can't get Makers out of my head, though. I don't know what else it could be. That proof. And that cough drop note. I don't get brown sugar like I was describing in Makers usually, though. Not much, at least. And there's definitely cinnamon coming through, too, which I do sometimes get cinnamon cherry, I guess, in Makers also. I'm talking myself into it, so. Okay, let's go into age first. I'm going to say... It's astringent. I said the astringency. I'm going to say 6 years. And see, this is what happens when you do blind reviews. Like, I can tell I have a bottle in my head. I think it is, so I'm going to try to go by those specs. I usually try to hedge my bets and not do that, but... Alright, 6 years. Proof. 120. I'm going to say 120. I don't know what the Maker's Mark bottles typically are, but Distillery, it's going to be Maker's Mark, you know? So it seems to me like a Maker's Mark cast strength bottle. So whether it be or not, we'll find out. So let's go into it. If you haven't yet, guys, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and get ready for the question of the day coming up in just a few minutes. All right? Oh no. Benchmark foolproof. Yeah. Nope. Not a good showing for me on day 10 today, guys. That was rough. I don't remember that kind of like alcoholic cherry on this bottle before. Like, it immediately gave me those cherry cough drop vibes like Maker's does all the time. But I will say, I did mention brown sugar, baking spice, and that extra layer of sweetness that was in the back. That makes sense for what this bottle is usually. I don't know. The proof definitely was there, though. You know, I thought it was a Maker's cast strength, but you know what? Not today. So, Benchmark Foolproof is always solid, though. Let me grab the bottle real quick. All right. So here's the Benchmark bottle. These benchmarks finally hit Michigan, all these, and they weren't here for the longest time. But honestly, not a bad whiskey for the price. I mean, we're talking $20 to $24, $25 on this, which is kind of crazy value for that, you know? You can't really go wrong with that. 125 proof. I can't think of another barrel proof on the market that's 20 to 25 bucks and has as good of a flavor profile, not blind, or typically, as the Benchmark. Not that this is a bad whiskey or described it that way. I just thought it was a completely different bottle altogether, but that's why we do these blinds, you know? I said, 6 years? I think it's probably about 4 these Benchmarks are. And proof was very similar, 125 versus 120, I said, and Distillery was way off. So, that's all right, though. There's always tomorrow. We can find out what tomorrow will bring. Hopefully my palate will be a little better tomorrow. But I'll tell you what, still a very good budget bottle. So, moving on, guys, to our question of the day today. I was thinking about this one last night, actually, and now we're getting into kind of the Christmas season, the holiday season. So, what is your favorite holiday movie? So, it doesn't have to be Christmas necessarily, just holiday-themed movie. What is your favorite? For me, it's probably Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Always loved that movie. It's great, hilarious.
It's a bit nipply out.
And it's one I always watch every year. You know, it holds up so well throughout the years as far as just movies in general. So I always have a great time watching those. All the vacation movies are great. Chevy Chase is a legend. Absolute freaking legend. So Well, thank you guys for joining me on day 10. It was a great time. Make sure you come right back tomorrow for day 11. I don't know what's going to be in store. You don't know what's going to be in store, but we'll find out together, all right? Thanks so much, guys. Have a great one. Stay insane.